At just 9 years old, she left her home, her parents, and everything she knew. This is the courageous journey of Vera Schaufeld, a child who survived against all odds. Before the war, Vera's world was warm, gentle, and full of childhood wonder. In 1930s Prague, she spent her days reading books by the window, listening to street musicians, and feeling safe in her family's cozy apartment. Life was simple. Life was beautiful. No. One imagined that this peaceful childhood would soon be shattered by the storm growing across Europe. For Vera, these last moments of calm would become memories she held on to for the rest of her life. Everything changed when darkness entered the city. German soldiers marched into Prague, and fear spread through every Jewish household. Families watched from behind windows as their city transformed overnight. Rules tightened, freedoms disappeared, and danger grew closer each day. For Vera, the laughter of childhood was replaced by whispers, warnings, and the heavy silence of uncertainty. A storm was coming, and it would change her life forever. One day, Vera's parents made a decision no parent should ever face. They knelt beside her, gently placing a small suitcase in her hands and pinning a tag to her coat. She didn't fully understand. All she saw were her parents' trembling hands and the sadness in their eyes. They told her she had to leave them, to escape while she still could. They told her she must be brave. This moment, filled with love and fear, was the beginning of her journey to survival. The train station was filled with fog and heartbreak. Children clutched their bags, not knowing where they were going or if they would ever return. Vera stood on the platform, her name tag blowing in the cold wind. Her parents held her one last time, whispering words she would never forget. "Remember us and be strong." As the train pulled away, she watched her parents fade into the distance, not knowing that this goodbye was forever. Inside the train, dozens of children sat quietly, holding tightly onto their suitcases in their fear. Some cried softly, others stared out the window, watching their homes disappear behind them. The Kindertransport was their only hope, a mission that saved nearly 10,000 Jewish children. Vera didn't know what waited for her at the end of the journey, but she knew she had to keep going, that her life depended on it. When Vera stepped onto English soil, she felt both relief and confusion. She didn't speak the language. She didn't know the people, and she had no idea if she would ever see her family again. British volunteers greeted the children with warm smiles and blankets. For the first time in weeks, Vera felt a small spark of safety, but the weight of loneliness followed her. This was a new world, and she would have to rebuild her life from the beginning. As the years passed, Vera began to grow, learn, and find her place in her new country. She studied hard, surrounded herself with books, and slowly created a future from the pieces of her past. But every night, she wondered about her parents, where they were, if they were alive. Deep down, she feared the truth, but she kept moving forward, determined to honor the sacrifice her parents made for her. As an adult, Vera chose to live with purpose. She became a teacher, someone who could guide, inspire, and protect children the way she once needed protecting. She shared her childhood story in classrooms, not to spread fear, but to spread understanding. Her voice became a bridge between past and present, reminding the world that history must never be forgotten. Through teaching, she turned her pain into a message of hope. Years later, Vera's courage and dedication were formally recognized. She was honored with an award for her lifelong commitment to Holocaust education. Standing there as an elderly woman, medal pinned to her chest, she didn't think of herself as a hero. She thought of the parents who sent her away to save her and the thousands of children who never lived to tell their stories. Her award was for them, every single one. Her journey ended, but her voice lives on. Vera's legacy continues to inspire the world. If her story moved you, like, subscribe, and share to keep her memory alive.